Hello everybody, Matthew back. We're actually doing some modeling. We got you back at the bench. We're working on the 47 Chevy like I told you. Before I switch the camera around and put you down, we'll actually use the laptop and the new camera I bought instead of the phone since we're actually modeling this time. But before I do that, I'll show you my mail call. I just got this today. The one that I was supposed to have had before. So now I have the what is this thing? Fleet Master Aero Sedan. I have the Aero Sedan. That's hard to do. Aero Sedan. So I've already opened it, looked at it, and these are some really awesome kits. I'll get more into that when I get down here. So I'm going to switch this around. We'll get down there and I'll start showing you. So be right with you. So, finally get the camera switched around. As soon as I hit the switch button, they said somebody else was using this camera. And I know I'm the only one using it. So, anybody that knows me and knows how I'm electronics knows that they drive me absolutely insane. So I don't know if I have too much light going on here. Let me try this, guys, and see if yeah, that might help a little bit. I'll turn my overhead off and maybe I'll give it, bring it in here a little bit better. I think this is a pretty good picture. I can't see anything, but maybe you can. So anyways, getting into it, I've already put the firewall in. Focus. And we're just not focusing, are we? There we go. So I've already got the firewall in, and the only thing I've found so far the fit issue is you can see there's a little bit of a gap right along where the firewall goes in right there, which is not a big deal. And over here it closed up pretty well. I put that in with some CA and then hit it with some activator, so it set instantly. And there's a small gap you can see right there. So I don't know if that's my fault or a result of just not fitting. And then the hood has a little bit of a, when the hood's in place, I don't know if you can see there's a little bit of a gap on the passenger side there. Well, I'm not focusing here. And focus. Work with me. Let's try to light back on, see if that makes a difference. Yeah, just because it's too much glare, I think. But see, this stuff just drives me absolutely insane. Stupid electronics. You never know what to do, what not to do, what it needs, what it doesn't need. Needs more light, needs less light. You can do it. Come on, focus. Anyway, you can see a little bit of a gap right in there. A little bit on both sides. You see, more on the passenger side than anything. So, but with that aside, then moving on to mold lines and injector pin marks. Inside, you can see in here they've already been, there was like 3 on each side. They've already been taken out, and they were so faint that I used these coffee stir sticks and put this little, seriously camera, put a little bit of I think it was like 800 grit sandpaper on it. You can see I've been stick a little bit, and just went in there and just barely roughed over a little bit, and it was just gone. And then on the outside, I had a couple of ghost lines on the top, and I rubbed that real lightly with some 1500, 2000 grit. There was a little seam line, ghost line down each side and across the trunk. And they were so faint, just a little rub and they were gone. Same with the hood. All I had was a nib on each side where I cut off the sprue. There was no mold lines. The inside had an injector pin mark on each corner and each corner up here. And again, they were real faint. Get in focus here. And they're now gone. You can't see them. So the only thing I have left now to clean up is the front section. And I was going to go ahead and pre-glue this onto the car and paint it all as one piece. But then when, of course, they show it otherwise in instructions. But when you start, when you put it together and look underneath, you're going to have all this open area. Get it turned over here. Up in here that you're really not going to be able to get paint in. So I'll probably just go ahead and paint these in two pieces. And once I cut this brace off here, sorry guys, I'm all over the place. Once I cut that brace off, I should be able to spread that enough to slide over the car because it's a very tight fit. And put it on there without hurting any paint or anything. And then go ahead and attach it that way. And so we're going to clean this piece up. Then get these parts washed. And then we'll start priming. And I believe when I start priming, I'm going to... I'll spin this around because I can get this camera to reach over here to the paint booth. And I'll show you... if you want to see it, me mixing the primer and spraying these parts down with some primer, and I'll stick them in the hot box. And that's where we're at for right now. So let me keep going on this, and the rest of the parts over here are just astounding and amazing. On the instructions, those of you who have the kit already know, but the brake drums over here have the little, if I can get it at the right angle here, like bolts, your studs, well, there, wheel studs come already on it. And then the rims have the nuts on it. So they show in the instructions you can cut these nuts off. Well, I guess you're supposed to pre-drill through from the back where the holes are, which would put a hole through the nut. And then you can go in and snip the nuts off. And then that would leave you a rim that looks like it came off the brake drum here. And then you can paint the nuts like a silver or something and lay, like my dad always used to do, lay the hubcap upside down, lay the nuts in there, the nuts inside the hubcap. And I might do one like that and lay a tire down the side of it. And I think that would be kind of cool. So that lends itself to a lot of detail. We have some springs here that I'll probably make some new springs and get to focus. No, it's not going to. It's got a lot of focus. It's not going to focus. Really just a white blob. But I'll make some new, there we go. I'll make some new springs and put in there for it. Make some aluminum coilovers. So that's for right now. And I get ready to shoot some primer, which I thought would be today, but it's not going to be today. And probably won't work on it this weekend because I spend that time with my wife. But I'm going to go over now with some 3000 grit sanding sponge. This, I believe, is 3M. So I'm just going to go real easy with that and a little bit of water. And that'll give me a surface for my primer to hit. And then I'll be ready for the primer. So that's where we're at. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll be back. Bye-bye.